Thank you so much for coming today.
Right, okay, he's saying the pleasure's all mine.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times SNL used animals in a sketch.
Max, you're my best friend. I had no idea you felt like this.
Well, you tend to do all the talking in the relationship.
Well, no more Fox News, but I hear what you're saying.
For this list, we'll be looking at all the best times our favorite furry friends made an appearance for the sake of comedy. If we missed any of your favorite animal moments, let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Court Show. Cecily Strong might be one of the funniest cast members to ever grace the hallowed halls of Saturday Night Live. Oddly enough, she's also one of the best to work with animals.
Our animals, they're like part of the family. Right, Peanut?
We have kids too.
But the animals we've had longer, and I want the best for them.
She's hilarious and hysterical in a fake dog food commercial, and she's great in a sketch where a new military weapon turns out to be a dog. But in this courtroom sketch, she and her furry friends shine.
You're a looky-loo and everyone knows it.
Is that true, sir? Get off and go in the park and see other people's dogs?
Is that a crime?
That's up to the jury. The verdict, please!
The sketch is a parody of daytime court shows, but instead of legal grievances, people complain about other people's dogs.
Well, let me tell you something. The dog park is a place for fun and tolerance, okay?
We all know dog owners can get kinda wacky about their fur babies, and this skit does a great job poking fun. Number 9. Dissing your dog. Will Ferrell has been a part of a long line of hilarious SNL skits, ones that are sure to live on in the show's history as some of the best.
I'm the one with the job. You're the one who lies around the house all day in a pool of your own slobber.
But one of our favorite skits of his comes from a show in the early 2000s hosted by basketball legend Derek Jeter. In the sketch Dissing Your Dog, Ferrell plays a mild-mannered but disgruntled dog trainer named Dale Sturdivant, who has discovered a new way to train a puppy.
It's called Dissing Your Dog. How to train your puppy with mockery and verbal humiliation. For the rest of the sketch, Ferrell says some of the nastiest things he can think of to some of the cutest and fluffiest puppies you've ever seen. Now, you want to try Morton's because I understand they have a new chef. So for now, let's just go with the Alpo, okay? I know it's not your first choice, but keep in mind, you're a f***ing dog.
It provides a great contrast and makes the skit hilarious. Number 8. Mark Wahlberg talks to animals.
So you're a dog, right? What's that all about? Okay, well, it was great to meet you. Say hi to your mother for me, okay?
Sometimes the funniest skits come from the simplest ideas. In the late 2000s, Andy Samberg found that if he used his Mark Wahlberg impression in a sketch where he spoke to animals, audiences would howl with laughter.
Hey, chicken, how's it hanging? A lot of people want to eat you, but I just want to talk to you, okay? We should do a film together. What do you think?
He talks to a donkey, a dog, a goat, and even invites a chicken to be in a movie with him. Saturday Night Live kept the bit going, doing a Mark Wahlberg talks to Christmas animal sketch, and having the real Mark Wahlberg confront Andy about his impression. But we'll always hold tight to the original.
Well, it's nice to see you. Say hi to your mother for me. So, Andy, where were we?
You were saying my impression was way off?
Say hello to your mother for us. Number 7. Joan Song.
I found a new guy I like better anyway. He's hot. Oh, he's hot. He likes my body and my personality a lot.
You know what they say? If any pop star would make a good dog, it's Harry Styles. They probably don't say that actually, but that didn't stop Saturday Night Live from making it a reality.
I love you. Love the way you feed me ham. You're my wife, my love, my everything. I love you just the way you am.
When Harry hosted the show during season 45, he did a digital short with A.D. Bryant called Joan Song, about a lonely young woman who has decided to make her chihuahua named Doug her new boyfriend. Eventually, Doug morphs into a man. That's where Harry comes in. And the duet about their newfound love, Joan's love of romance, and Doug's love of ham.
Together we'll live forever. Joe, I have to go back.
No, why?
They said I could only be a man for an hour.
The short lets Harry show off his silly side and keeps us giggling for hours. Number 6. Translator. People always say they wish they knew what their dogs were thinking. But SNL dares to answer that inquiry with the idea that maybe you really don't.
He's never spoken this much before. Now, Max, what else do you like?
I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man.
Wait, what?
In a skit called Translator, Scarlett Johansson, a veteran host and member of the Five Timers Club, plays a scientist who's trying to develop technology that will allow humans to communicate with dogs.
This is crazy, okay? I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to healthcare for illegals.
The technology works on Johansson's dog Max, but it turns out he's keen to share his political thoughts, which far from align with her own. The skit did so well, though, she came back to do it again a few seasons later.
Max, you're my best friend. I had no idea you felt like this.
Well, you tend to do all the talking in the relationship.
Number 5, The Dog Show.
Dog show!
Dog show! Little dogs, bossy dogs,
Bossy dogs and
quiet dogs. Dog show!
Speaking of Will Ferrell, one of his most famous dog-related skits was the long-running dog show sketch he did with Molly Shannon.
Starring one dog.
And one dirty dog.
That's right, that's me. I'm Miss Colleen, and I like her dogs.
In the sketch, the two play an eccentric duo of dog enthusiasts, David Larry and Miss Colleen, who are always joined by their furry sidekicks, Rocky Balboa and Mr. Bojangles. But in one particular skit, Mr. Bojangles gets a little too excited for her own good. Throughout the sketch, the dog keeps trying to leap from the safety of her basket onto Will Ferrell's lap, prompting Ferrell to say,
Mr. Bojangles. Not now.
Eventually, Ferrell ends up holding the dog. Mr. Bojangles wins again. Number 4, Whiskers Are We with Tiffany Haddish. When you're working with animals, things don't always go as planned. Tiffany Haddish learned that the hard way.
Cats. A cat is an invitation to fun.
A cat is all you need in a cat.
During her time on the show, SNL star Kate McKinnon had a slew of running cat rescue sketches called Whiskers Are We that she would perform with different hosts. One of the earlier versions with Charlize Theron is hilarious, but nothing beats Haddish's reaction when one of the kittens gets a little feisty.
I'm Barbara DeDrew, and this is Claudia.
Hey!
Many of these...
I got the pussy.
A Sphinx cat that McKinnon is holding starts to hiss and move wildly around, prompting Haddish to rear back in a fake punching motion.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, you gotta protect yourself out there. Number 3, Massive Head Wound Harry. We all have that one acquaintance who we don't really want to invite to the party, but feel too bad to exclude.
Bad news.
What do you mean?
Well, I had to invite somebody, and I don't think you're going to be very happy about it.
Oh no.
But at least for most of us, that friend isn't Massive Head Wound Harry, especially for those of us who have dogs. There are so many funny old SNL sketches with all kinds of animals, but this one takes the cake.
Oh, I'm sorry, let me help you with that. I better go see if he's all right.
No, you stay here.
Dana Carvey plays a guy who has, you guessed it, a super gory, huge wound directly on his head. During a friend's cocktail party, he lays down on the couch. Before you see what's happening, the audience's reaction clues you in.
What was I gonna do?
When the camera goes back to Harry, we see a dog licking at his open head and almost pulling his wig off. Number 2, Brian Fellows' Safari Planet, a beaver and a camel. Tracy Morgan had a great run as a cast member on Saturday Night Live, but without a doubt, one of his most beloved characters was Brian Fellow, a guy with a 6th grade education who loves animals, but really doesn't have the wherewithal to deal with them professionally.
I'm serious. Please ask her to stop staring at me and putting on airs. I won't have it.
Oh, no. Cows are friendly.
Not that cow.
All of the skits have their high spots, But our favorite involves a stubborn camel who wants to make sure he's the star of the show.
And I think people have a very positive view of camels because they're desert animals who...
You gotta make sure the joist is supported by an I-beam, boy, or the whole thing is gonna collapse.
Towards the end of the skit, the camel starts to walk in front of the camera and blocks Tracy from view. But who can blame him?
This is Elizabeth.
We out of here, Elizabeth. Join me next week when our guests will be a squirrel and a chicken. I can't see, camel.
It's SNL. Get your 15 minutes of fame. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Hero Dog Press Conference. We wish canine interpreter was a real job.
You can translate everything the dog is saying.
That's correct. I have a master's degree in linguistics from Dr. Doolittle University.
And Conan, thank you so much for coming today.
Animal Confession. He's still the goodest boy.
You see, I ate my dinner, but I was still really hungry, and something smelled really good. So at 3 in the morning, excuse me a minute. I knocked over the garbage can, Father.
I love my dog. She stay loyal in these streets.
We dog people, dog, only dogs. That's all. My dog, good dog. I talk to my dog. She cute, she bald. Big dog, little dog, fat dog, skinny dog.
Every laser cats ever. Get him, kitty.
Go get him, kitty. Oh, yeah, get him, kitty.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Genetics Lab. As evidenced by this list, dog skits have a special place in the Saturday Night Live canon. But even more special and rarer is the dog with human hand sketch.
Major, what am I looking at?
Project Domino, Subject 119C, also known as Doghead Man.
And no sketch did it better than this Sam Rockwell one. In the sketch, Rockwell plays a scientist who has the immense task of convincing a bunch of government officials that their money is being well spent on this genetic endeavor.
What is your project?
Oh, what does it look like? We made a dog head guy.
Yeah, okay, but why?
Oh, because we could.
We can't say that's true, but there is one thing we do know. Watching the sweet face of a dog while disembodied human hands feed it a sandwich will never not be funny. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.